Welcome to the Phillips Gameroom. I'm Andrew Phillips. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different and fun. We're going to be doing kind of a house call. I have a friend of mine who has two video poker machines that need some work, so he asked if I'd come over and take a look at those. One of them has a bill validator issue where it's not working, so we're going to check that out. And then the other machine he has a take button, like a push button, that's kind of jammed, so we're going to take a look and see if we can fix that. But let me show you over here. It's not these type of video poker machines. Like these kind here that I have, these actually came out of casinos in Las Vegas. We have the different IGT models here. What he has is more the bar type as shown here. So unlike mine, which actually pay out, his do not. It's all just based on credit. So that's what we're going to be looking at. However, they do have the bill validators and all like that. Actually, those are pretty fun. I'm thinking about getting one myself. But let's head over to his place and let's see what we can do with those. Looking at the first machine here, we'll take a look at this one. This one's having a problem with this take button. You can see it's kind of jammed down. Should be loose like that where you can push it, springs back. Also on top of that, he is missing the key, so we're going to have to drill that tumbler out so we can get that key out of there.
That one key.
And the game itself's fine. Then if we come here to the other game, this one here, everything's intact that the other one had issues with. However, this bill validator, we're having a problem with it kicking the bills back. So if we open this, take a look at it, this is the mechanism here. So we're going to have to take a look at that, see if it needs to be cleaned or it might be something else wrong with it. But this game cannot be played until that gets corrected, unfortunately. So let's see, we'll put a 20 in, and you can see it's spitting it right back out. Let's flip it over, see if it goes in this way. Same thing, kicking that out as well. So remove this, push this button here, and that'll loosen the actual bank part of the bill validator where the bills go into. We'll slide that out so we can see the actual rollers. And if we put the bill here on this side, I want you to see how it's going to come through, and we can see what the issue is, if it's even making it into this spot right here. So let's feed it in. See if we can get it up, and there it is. It comes in, and then the belts push it right back out. So something's wrong, so we'll disconnect it. You can see, and we can open this up. We can pull it out because sometimes they can get dirty. But you also have here these dip switch settings here on the side. You'll see it has accept $2 and $20 bills. You want to make sure that all those settings are correct. Sometimes if they're wrong, it'll kick it out. So now with it being adjusted properly, we'll just double check. Same thing, it's spitting it back out. So it's not that. But in some cases, it can be that. So you want to check that first. Yep, there we go. It's coming right back. Let's try some other bills here. Try a 10. Okay. Nope. And let's see, just a $1 bill. Because this bill validator will take anything as low as a 1. So you have this little bar right here. If you push this down, then we can pull the mechanism out and get to the eye. It has like an optic piece. So we'll slide this out. And there it is right there, the optic reader. And you can see those rollers look really bad. They got a lot of gunk on there. That can also be an issue. Here's the other side of it here. If we get a close-up, you can see it looks kind of dirty and dusty in there as well. Sometimes if anything's on that eye, it can cause issues. But now that we have it all apart, we can clean it properly. And I get those rollers cleaned up as well. Make sure that we're getting nice clean feed. That might be the issue. You can see the rollers here on the inside right there. Those are really dirty as well. And this has probably never been cleaned. This came out of a bar, as I believe where he purchased it from. So we'll clean it with a microfiber and some cleaning agent on there. Get a good clean of everything. And look at that. Look at the dirt that came off there. That's just on that one side. So now with it all clean, we'll put it all back together.
If it doesn't need to be cleaned, then it needs to be replaced.
Slide that in, lock that back in. Okay, and now we'll reassemble this. This just drops in on that track, slide it till it clicks, and then we can reconnect the harness here to it. And we'll get all that put back together. And let's see if that will solve our problem. There we go, it's flashing, so we know that
I don't have the space.
It's been reset. So we have the dip switch. We verified that's good. We've cleaned everything. Let's try it again. And nope, spitting it back out again. Let's try it this side. Nope, still coming out. This thing probably needs to be replaced at that point. It's bad. Now we'll come to this other one. This is where we drilled it out. Now we can open it back up. And that's where the lock would go here. So we'll pull this. And then we'll be able to see the bottom part of that take button, which is right there here on the left. And we can disconnect all that from it. We'll pull these off, and then we can unscrew the little ring off of it so we can slide that out and clean it. A lot of times these get dirty. Slide this off.
Yeah, I thought I saw some.
And then once that slides off, threads, we can pull this down. And that bulb needs to be replaced too. But we're not getting into that right now. But now we can take all this whole assembly out and come up here on the top. Pull that out. This thing's probably never been cleaned, but look at that. Look how dirty it is right there. You also have there was a little bit of plastic that had melted. I guess that bulb had gotten too hot, had melted down and caused some obstruction for the spring, but we have it all cleaned off there. We removed that little piece that was on the inside so the spring can move.
Yeah.
Everything is clean. Now we'll put it all back together. Because what was happening is when that thing was jammed, he couldn't even use the take function because it needs to be able to push down to hit the micro switch. So now that it's all together,
Some money in there. Let's see what it does.
and this bill validator works fine. So put some bills in this thing to get some credits built up on it. There we go. And then as this builds up, you can see the credits there in the lower left moving up with the money inserted. And let's see here. All the buttons on this one were working fine. It was just that take button that we were having the problem with. So everything is registering on this one. And these games are actually pretty cool. These aren't the casino ones as we talked about at the beginning, but these are fun options to put in your house. They have a variety of games. A lot of times you can change out the actual boards and change to different games in them as well once you have the cabinet, and the marquee can be swapped out as well. But definitely some fun stuff. So let's see here. This is working fine. And then we're going to give a shot on the take button. Let's see here.
32 nickels. This machine's tight.
And these don't pay out in real cash. It just, as you can see, as he wins, it's just getting giving credits. And let's see, let's try this take button.
Please. So hit take, I guess.
Make sure that does work. There we go. You can see it worked. It's spraying right back up the way it's supposed to. Here it is again. And it's working as it should. So as we just saw when we were over there, we were able to fix the take button. All that really was, it just required to be disassembled, cleaned really good. A lot of times with those kind of buttons, some of the old slot machines, video poker machines have those same kind of buttons on those. You can get a lot of gunk and stuff from just people's hands with sweat and dirt and grime getting in there. If they're not clean, they can just kind of get seized up and stuck. Like we saw here in the video, just take it apart, clean it real good. Everything will go back to normal. We saw it was working great. However, with the bill validator, I thought maybe that optic eye might need to be cleaned. A lot of times when those get dirty, it can cause the problem he was running into, or also the dip switch settings. You want to make sure that it's set for the specific bills that you're using. We saw all of that. However, unfortunately, that wasn't the issue. He's going to have to replace that. Those can be a little bit costly. However, another option, which he didn't want to do because he likes having the bill validators, but what you can do is on the inside, you can just kind of hotwire the thing by removing the wires from the bill validator and connecting it just to a button. So that way, all you would have to do is just press a button. That would give you your credits. You could play the game. However, if you want the bill validator, he uses it almost as like a vault to just kind of save his bills, and then he pulls them out when he needs them. You lose that function, but it would at least give you the ability to be able to play the game. So that's a workaround. He just didn't want to do that at this time, so we weren't able to show that. But that wraps up this time, just doing this house call, helping him out. I hope that this video was informative for you, kind of showing you how I was able to solve the issue there with the push button and taking that bill validator apart. You can see how you remove it if you need to clean yours.
Please send me any questions and comments. I would love to hear from you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I have all these arcade games. I have slot machines. We have this Zoltan right here that I fixed and then modified, pinball games, things like that. I'll have links down in the description. But I do a lot of repairs, restorations, modifications on just different, like claw machines, arcade games, casino games, things like that. So please like the video, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on those, and I'll see you next time.